Scotland against the Cook Islands. It's the Shield final. It's the fourth level of finals here at the Wellington Sevens 2012. And there's a little ceremony to bring each of the finals teams onto the field. There's the Scotland Cook Islands head-to-head. No wins yet for the Cook Islands in this relationship yet. First time they've met in Wellington.
Thanks, Mark. Back to you.
Fantastic stuff. Good on you, Alex. Well done. Thanks, Polly. Thanks, Grant.
So
and
there
thanks
is
very
the
much
Scottish team to play in the
of our ball deliverers for the Shield final.
And here's the Cook
Zachary
Islands team.
Campbelling,
Teams
an
have battled away here.
all the way from
They've
Auckland.
had some
Good on
tough
you, man.
times getting here to the finals with a few losses, but a few wins to make them at the final, but a few losses earlier along the way. And here comes Scotland in the blue against the Cook Islands in the green and gold. Looks like a little bit of drizzle's picked up in the last few moments here in Wellington again. It's been a drizzly old day, a bit dreich, as the Scots would say, with the way the weather has unfolded. And isn't this beautiful that the country that invented the game of sevens back in 1883 can play against a nation of just 14,000 people in the Cooks. Carl Tanana has joined me in the commentary box. James Umbalambia will be the man with the whistle.
Yeah, very good referee in charge of this one, Keith. I just ran up from the sideline, and you're right, conditions have deteriorated. So, possession will be key. And that guy will be a huge influence for sure. Byron McGuigan.
So one of the most powerful personalities in the game of sevens in this part of the world in recent times, Koyatu, such a popular player. He kicks off the Cook Islands against Scotland in the Shield final. Referee is from Fiji, James Umbalambu, and look, a bit of bandage around the heads of the Scottish players. They've been in the wars a bit, giving it a bit of a Braveheart look, as Michael Fado has to follow a wayward pass. And there's the other big personality in the Cooks team, Ashley Drake, who was here in this arena when they first played international sport a long way ago, back in 2000, and he's still battling away. This is a rare appearance for the Cooks in a final. Okay, you could say, look, it's only the fourth tier, but this is big time for the Cooks against Scotland.
Yes, resources not on their side. The Cook Islands, numbers very thin on the ground. Well, they punch above their weight every year. They're a favourite, have a huge support here in Wellington, as you'd expect, being the Pacific nation, and here they get an opportunity. Koyatu's going to be pivotal. Started on the wing the last game, he moves into the stand-off position this one.
I was with some of the England players the other day, and they were looking at the draw, and they were saying how pleased they were to be playing against Keke. They know him well. Here he is with the ball now. They know him well. They love the way he plays the game and his attitude. And he's got the age of 34. He's still got tons of dazzle, but he's just touched the touch line, and that could have been a showpiece start for the Cooks.
That would have been one of the best tries all weekend, I think. Keith had no room to move. He must just touch the chalk. This will be a great shot of it. Right there, yes. Good call.
I reckon the referees are just a little kind of sheepish at having to put his flag up, because he knows that it would have been such a popular try. But Scotland see it difficult. Sean Kennedy's got the headband on.
Byron McGuigan also Keith Quinn on that occasion too, telling the touch judge or the assistant referee he'd certainly put his foot out. He knew because he'd beaten him well and truly.
Looking along the bench, the man with the cap on, the big guy leaning over in the green and white, that's Romsey Tomakino. He's from out west in Auckland. He's a Westie. He's brought a lot of Westies with him into the Cook Islands team. Arthur Mui, Ryan Short, Jerome Bogle, Jamie Makora, and himself. That's 5 of the 13 from the west. Passing away this time into the backs. It's Fletcher to Maroney. Now it's kicked away by Colin Gregor, this incredible captain, the man with a big effort for Scotland, and he is just rewarded for a fantastic effort, and not only in this tournament, but right throughout the season, because he's started every game. that Scotland has played, and that's a kind of an unlikely try with the ball running the other direction.
Yeah.
But he took his chance.
Definitely against the run-up play, but just one pass behind Ashley Drake, a tough one to take. But just watch the intensity here from Colin Gregor. Keeps his head too in a slippery condition. Watch how he dives early, Keith. Just making sure that he's going to get it down properly.
Wonder who he supports, Hearts or Celtic or Rangers. Great Scottish football teams. He looked like he'd been well schooled the way he took the ball forward. Can't quite convert his own try. 5-0 Scotland lead. That's the first time they've visited Cook Islands territory.
See here, just watching this little right foot. He knew that he had 3 supporters, so he had time, like the awareness of where he was in the field, just to get over and dive early.
And that's one thing that they've got that the Cooks haven't, that is pace. So if they can get him behind the line, they've got plenty of guys with toe, and will certainly be able to convert opportunities into tries.
All-important area. Didn't go 10 metres, so the hand was up for the knockback of possession from the kick-off, but not quite far enough. So the Cooks start with a kick-out at the halfway line. Jamie McCarr, look for him, number 2. We'll have a look for number 2 for the Cooks in a moment. Moving it forward, young mix of young and experienced players. A couple of 34-year-olds in the Cooks team. That's Koyatu and Ashley Drake. And some teenagers as well. There is KK again. And number 6 is Jerome Vogel. Very elusive, and he's found a run to the line. He's found an angle. But the defence was very good from Kennedy. And there is Makata. Over the top they go. There's Makata making the pass. High floating wide to Mahia. Scotland defence is tested. Koyatu hands off. That's the try line just there. And KK puts the Cook Islands on the board.
A reward for sustained pressure here from the Cook Islands, and it had to come. Comes in the form. Koyatu. He in tandem with Jerome Vogel, who we'll see here in the number 6 jersey. They've gotten better and better and really grown into this tournament as a tandem. Just watch the determination. I thought he would get there, but it was great cover defence from Scotland. They did well, but in the end it was a great clean out. That's what created the space for Koyatu.
And there's his kick. What a beautiful strike it is to put the Cooks in the lead. Look, he can do anything, this guy. The England team, they love playing against him. You would have played with him. He was in line for the New Zealand team for a while, Cal.
Yes, indeed. And he made the decision to play for the Cook Islands, played against them for a number of years. And we knew when we marked up against them, you had to beat Serevi-like. You couldn't rush him. You had to have someone to save you on the inside and out. Just squeeze him out, let him do his thing.
He plays out in West Australia now, in Perth. But he's back every time the Cooks are invited to play anywhere in the Sevens. Well, he was in the Gold Coast, but Tournament 1 of the HSBC 7 Series this season. Pretty good effort there by Scotland to get to the 22. And away goes Kennedy. Chased by Jamie McCarty. He hasn't got the space. He has, you know, determination. Sheer determination by number 2. Jamie McCarty from Cook Islands. Kennedy, Ash. Here's Fleming now outside. Yeah, Jim Fleming, away goes. He's got the speed. He makes the pass to none other than the man who's always near the ball in the Scotland effort. Colin Gregor goes in.
Well, Willie Lucey highlighted that the Scotland team possessed speed, and that's what James Fleming, the number 11, showed on the outside, and that's what I like about him. He backs himself like a vintage winger to get the ball in space through Scotland. Long pass, but just watch him here. James Fleming skims him on the outside, but he has the nous to pass the ball inside to the support player and his captain, Colin Gregor, to make it easy for the conversion.
Over it goes. We've come to the half-time break now, and this man has scored all the points for his country, and they lead by 12-7 over the Cooks. It's hot and heavy on a steamy Wellington evening. First of the finals is upon us. The Shield final, the bowl final to follow between Kenya and Australia, the plate between Tonga and South Africa, then the bronze playoff game, England against Samoa, then the cup final, New Zealand and Fiji. They've played each other in 20 finals, New Zealand and Fiji, and this will be the 21st. What a celebration. Happy 21st for the two teams. Meanwhile, we go back to the fourth tier of finals. Referee is James Umbalambio. 7 minutes each way in all the finals, except the cup final where it's 10 minutes each way. And the second half begins, and there's Jamie Mucker. That's an incredible young man who was served with the New Zealand Defence Force in Afghanistan in the Bamyan province in the peacekeeping. He's come home after a service there, was there for 9 months. And now a breakthrough by Dexter Maroney. The Cooks making an early thrust in the second half. And they've given it to Koyatu. Those are the dancing feet that have thrilled the crowds here over the years. Oh, lovely run by the man who played so well just before halftime. And Jerome Vogel ties the game up, kick to come.
Well, when you have a step up by Koyatu on the slippery surface, so hard to defend. It's an important kick too. That locks it up the try, 12 all. If it's successful, the Cook Islands will take the lead. But that man on screen, the creator, put in about 3 left foot steps. What that did is create the overlap. They had 4 in fact. And the Cook Islands who were dropped deep. And the defence of Scotland had to drift. That's what created the hole for the number 6, Jerome Vogel.
This for the lead. Oh, he hit it with a wobble. So it's all tied up. We've had a bit of that today with scores level, but this was lovely work.
Yeah, there's one set, there's a third, but see how there's 4 players there. They had to turn their back to the defence of Scotland. James Fleming could do nothing about that. That's a well-taken try.
Yeah, he had too much pace for Sean Kennedy too, didn't he? Vogel certainly has been a standout for the Cooks in this tournament.
Side. Entry. Number 9, entry.
So 5 minutes to play. They won't have a shot at goal from here. So with Makara, 27 years of age, coming out of one of the world's dangerous spots at the moment, the Bamyan province. And the pass away is taken now by Fletcher. Here's Koyatu. He's so good they named him twice.
Drake.
Nasty Drake. Nice work away to Makara. A bit of a crossover there. The referee doesn't say anything about it. And here's the man who's a tough, physical, hard-working player. It's gone here to Kairon Mahia. And now with Dexter Maroney. It's Maroney for the corner. And he might just be out.
Yeah, I don't think he got that down, Keith. Willie, you'd have a good view of that.
Yeah, well, they're having a discussion now right in front of me, and I think they might award it.
No, no touch.
Yeah, we heard one word from the assistant.
Happy
Touch.
with running? Yes or no? Yes. Yes, thank you.
He's given it, has he?
He's given it. Well.
Huge moments in this game, Keith. You've got to take your opportunities. We have the benefit of a replay. You can't see it on the angle, but the right foot is out just before that.
Now, I'm not sure if it was Carl because his foot is there.
Let's have a
Actually,
look.
he's in there. His
Snapshot.
foot is still
There.
There.
Yeah, he's out. All right, you're right.
He's a mile
Well and
out.
truly.
He's a country mile out.
He got the ball down, that's for sure, but it's half a metre out.
Well, I'll take it.
Exactly right.
The Cook Islands country mile out of play. And Ramsey Tomakino has had the rub of the green on that one. 17-12. Might have heard some strong Celtic language if we panned the camera over to the Scottish camp, but 17-12, just 3 minutes to play. Remember, this is the final. There are points for this one. 3 points for the winner here on the table. Looks like Fraser Harkness might come into the game. But
Scotland here are only converted try from taking the lead, Keith, so there's plenty of time for them to get back in the lead.
Oh, well, they dropped that one. Referee says McGuigan didn't lose it forward. Kennedy's had a good tournament. Little sparky player in the midfield. Colin Gregor. Kennedy. Long striding. Floats the pass out wide to McGuigan. And there is Fleming across, looking for space to use his speed.
Great work there from the Cook Islands. Koyate, the frustration all over the face of Graham Shield, who'd want to be a coach.
He's had a pretty tough week of it, Graham. Such a lovely fellow. Believes totally in the cause. But his team have had some tough times. They've come a long way to be here, remember. Once you come from Scotland to New Zealand, once you go past Wellington, I think you're heading home. So far out on the edge. They lost to New Zealand, they lost to Samoa. They had a tough early draw, the Scots. Then they put 55 points on Japan, but lost today to Kenya, but beat USA.
Engage.
Cook Islands, who beat Japan today and beat USA yesterday. If they can get a win here, that's 3 good wins for the Cooks. They regard that as a big success.
Exactly right, because in the 15-a-side game, the Cook Islands cannot compete with the superpower of Scotland. In the game of sevens, and that's the beauty of it. They're leading them in this final, can take them silverware, but that's a mistake by Koyate. Idea was right, execution not so.
So Fraser Harkness is on. Colin Gregor, McGuigan, Fleming. Yeah, he's the speed man. He'll look for space, but well, it takes 3 to get him down. It was a 3 whole tussle of arms and legs in there. Byron McGuigan, Namibian-born, and there goes the spot tackle coming in for Fletcher. And now trouble for the Cooks as Michael Fado will go close to the post if he can. Yes, he gets there, and that'll be down to the kick.
That's what it's going to be about, 29 seconds, so they're going to have an opportunity to take some silverware. The Scottish, at the moment, 17 all. Conversion to come. It's going to be the captain, is it?
Well, I think he's the right guy. He's the very steady hand in the Scottish effort. Colin Budgie, and he's done it. He's put Scotland into lead. Will we have any more play? The siren is gone. The referee says we'll start the game.
They rushed up here to the Cook Islands, put all their eggs in one basket, but Ashley Drake just gets turned inside out, and now by Colin Gregor, 2 missed tackles. That's just tiredness.
So they've kicked it deep. They're hoping the ball will run into the corner and go into touch. Oh, the man Vogel slipped there. But now they've got to build it up right from the back. Oh, it slipped out of the hands of Koyate. That might be it. There was a long, long uphill run to go, and KK is very disappointed. The 34-year-old, just one of the quirks of the game. But it's been a very good final indeed. And the Shield final is the first one to be completed here in Wellington, 2012, and Scotland take the points against the Cook Islands in the Shield final by 19-17. Tell you what, you look at a guy like Koyate. He's 34 years of age and says he's going to play for the Cooks until someone can come along and replace him. Now, okay, he shows a bit of confidence there, but I hope he comes back because they like playing with him and against him here in Wellington.
Yeah, that's huge for these Cook Island players, these young guys, to have a legend like this, still be able to play the game. Wealth of knowledge. But it's just reward for a good effort this weekend from Scotland. Really pushed a lot of high number of teams, or teams higher than them.
Well, they scored 3 wins. The Cooks got 2. And so Scotland takes the first final. We're going to go down to the sideline. Willie Losay is our man there for interviews after all of the finals.
Colin, congratulations. Some silverware for your efforts.
Yeah, not the silverware we're looking for. But after the disappointment of the Kenya game today, it was important that we got 2 wins and came away with something.
You finished well yesterday against Japan, rested overnight. What went wrong in that first game today?
We just didn't wake up. The conditions were a wee bit greasy, which you'd expect Scots to enjoy or at least thrive on, but Kenya played them better than we did, and we just didn't get back into the game from that.
Good victory against the USA, and then this final, I suppose you knew it was never going to be easy against the Cooks?
No, on occasion we don't make it easy for ourselves, but the Cook Islands, USA, they're quality teams, just showing the strength of the whole series.
You seem to be a player that thrives on sevens. You don't want to miss a minute of it. Why?
Just to enjoy the space that you get playing in front of these sorts of crowds. It's in supposedly nice weather, so it's all good.
Well, congratulations on the victory. Go get the silverware and best of luck in Las Vegas.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers.
Colin Gregor, Scotland captain. He had a season in New Zealand playing in Ponsonby in Auckland, so some of the old stages up there might remember him. Jamie Makata giving a big effort. So typical of the Cooks in this game. 2 days of superior effort by the team in green and white with the gold. And strong run here by Jerome Bogle. And they hit some lovely moments. It's the flag of St Andrews there. The Scots are very pleased. We have the presentation after each of the finals.
HSBC New Zealand.
And we've got
would like to
for
ask
this one,
the Cook Islands to come up and get
CEO
their
of the
runners-up
HSBC
medals.
New Zealand, Noel McNamara, and you've got a wee glimpse there of Wellington City Councillor, the former Test cricketer John Morrison, who's making the presentation from the first final. Well done, John Morrison. They used to call him Mystery Morrison because of the quality of the slow bowling. They reckon it was, if he bowled them, they were so slow, if he didn't like them, he'd go and get them and take them back before they bounced at the other end. Big personality around Wellington, doing so much good work to bring a lot of artificial turf to the city and surrounds. Here are the Cooks players getting their runners-up medals from Mr. McNamara, CEO of HSBC New Zealand, and John Morrison, Wellington City Council Councillor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to bring the victorious Scots up onto the dais and collect their winners' medals. Winners of the Shield Final.
Scottish team, winner of the Shield Final. Mr. McNamara and Mr. Morrison. There's Byron McGuigan, who's the transported man from the southern part of Africa, who's come into the team. He'll be pretty pleased that he's taking home something of a significant prize from the Sevens tournament. They'll get the shield and hold it high in a moment, and it's a victory for Scotland in the first of the finals. To the right, see Colin Gregor gets the trophy from Mr. Morrison of New Zealand. John Morrison will bring around to the front. Mystery Morrison, he knows how to do it. And here it is for Colin Gregor and Scotland. The Shield final with a win over the Cook Islands. Stand by, more finals to come. Kenya against Australia next in the bowl final. 4 more top sevens rugby to come here at the HSBC Sevens World Series, Wellington, New Zealand.